Yo, what's up, guys? How are you? Today, I'm talking about Russell Westbrook and how he's been flourishing in his new role with the LA Lakers. He's in a role that, up to my knowledge, watching him, that he has never played in, and he is looking pretty damn good, okay? But other than that, let's get straight into the video. So as we know, last season, the Lakers made a pretty huge trade as they went ahead and traded for Russell Westbrook, a 2024 second round pick, a 2028 second round pick. In exchange, they ended up trading away Kyle Kuzma, KCP, who they could really use right now at shooting guard or small forward, and Montrezl Harrell, and the number 22 overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, which ended up being Isaiah Jackson, who was instantly traded away to the Indiana Pacers. Now, at the time of that trade, I don't know what my raw reaction was, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't that high in the trade. Obviously, you were trading for a guy like Russell Westbrook, you know, the name and all that, but he also was coming off a pretty good second half, and he also did just clinch the most triple doubles in NBA history. So he's not like he was having a bad season. It's just really the spacing and how he would gel and fit with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, but primarily LeBron James because he's a really ball dominant player. So as you know, LeBron has been the point forward first team for a while, so the concerns really weren't just because of Russell Westbrook and bashing him, is because literally the two play styles it's just hard really to coexist, which is why now he's in his new role and he's looking pretty damn good. And last year, Russell Westbrook, if you look at the stats last year, you would think he actually had a good season, but to Russell Westbrook's extent, he did not have a good season whatsoever. The stats are deceiving. Last year, he averaged 18.5 points, 7.4 rebounds, 7.1 assists. But he really struggled last season, and he struggled because it's really tough for him to coexist with him and LeBron. There's a reason why he's now going back to playing off the bench. There's a reason why last season he was at point that's a laughing stock in the NBA. The fact that he was constantly airballing with his constant turnovers, his constant efficiency, his constancy not being able to hit a three-point shot, and just being reckless and erratic and not gelling with the team whatsoever. This is what led to him having to have a different role this season, because last season it was looking very bad for him. He had a $47 million player option, obviously accepted that, and Lakers fans were not too happy with him whatsoever. Even coming into this season and playing, he did not play well whatsoever early on in the season, and he was obviously constantly in trade talks with the Pacers. Obviously, they still want that trade, him to the Pacers for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner and all that. Y'all know already though, for those first round picks that they just keep holding on to. So far this season as a starter, Russell Westbrook is averaging 10.3 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 4.3 assists. And his second and last game as a starter on the 20th of October against the Clippers, the second game of the season, Russell Westbrook shot 0 for 11 and was booed like no other by the Lakers fans. That was just a disgusting game. And after that, I probably would have played him off the bench. But this game right after that, he put up 19 and 11 and 3 on 7 for 12 from the field. So yeah, after that 0 for 11 game, it was looking like Russell Westbrook of last season was making a return. That was definitely something that is unexcusable. 0 for 11. I mean, he did add on only 3 rebounds and 4 assists. He did get 5 steals though, so he was looking pretty good. Not gonna lie, Russell Westbrook, even when he wasn't playing well offensively, at least this season in particular, he made it up with his defense. But still, you cannot have a guy in the team making $47 million a year and shooting 0 for 11 in a game, including 0 for 6 from 3. In what world should Russell Westbrook be shooting 6 3-pointers in a game when he's not a 3-point shooter? And he hasn't really been an efficient 3-point shooter like that at all. He's not a 3-point shooter. He thrived off getting to the rim in his mid-range shot with the Thunder. And I don't know why randomly he just started early on in the year that he was a shooter. I mean, so far as a 6th man, his 3-point shot has been looking pretty good, but let's get into that. And then fast forward to him now being reverted to the 6th man of the LA Lakers. First things first, shout out to him. This is arguably one of the top 10 greatest point guards of all time. he accepted his role of being a sixth man, and they were playing guys like Lonnie Walker, who's been pretty good this year, but albeit Lonnie Walker, Kendrick Nunn, who's been absolutely horrid this year. I'm recording this video, and he just made his first points in like 5 games last night against the Utah Jazz. And guys like Troy Brown Jr., who wasn't even part of the Bulls rotation last year for the most part, he's now starting over him. And Russell Westbrook, he's really basically backing up, it feels like, Patrick Beverley, who we know up to last season was his sworn enemy. So that just has to hurt. But shout out to him, he's still going ahead and doing this thing. And so far in 6 games off the bench this season, Russell Westbrook is averaging 19.3 points, 6.8 assists, and 5.3 rebounds. He is looking super good. The interesting thing about this is when he's entering the game, it's not like they're subbing out LeBron instantly for Russell Westbrook, because as we know, they want to limit minutes between Russell Westbrook and LeBron James because they're both ball dominant players. And LeBron James this season, he's been arguably the worst 3-point shooter in basketball. A couple days ago, LeBron was shooting 20% from 3. His 3-point shot has been looking absolutely horrid this year. So having both of those guys on the court at the same exact time, it's not really something that you want to see, which is interesting because you traded for Westbrook so he can coexist with LeBron and AD, but so far they're trying to not really let them coexist because they're both too ball dominant guys. As we know, Russ, he has always been one of the top 2 guys in his team, so now for him to be the third option and still want to be the primary playmaker on the team, at least that's what I'm understanding, it's just super hard. Like, I still think he has a good amount left in the tank. I mean, I don't know what other contending team must go out and trade for him. I mean, hey, he's getting his trade value up, so I guess they can eventually make that Pacers trade for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner, but I guess we'll find out about all that. Yeah, especially in Russell Westbrook's last 5 games, he put up on the 30th 18 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, only 3 turnovers, shot 6 or 12 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3. Then the next game put up 13 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, 6 turnovers, 6 or 10 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3. Next game, absolutely masterclass, 26 points against the Utah Jazz, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 4 turnovers, 9 for 14, and 3 for 5 from 3. Like I said, Russell Westbrook, he has not been on as a 3-point shooter whatsoever, and he looks like, as a reason, he's definitely been finding his 3-point stroke for sure. Then against the Cavs, put up 19 points, 3 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 7 turnovers, which again, he can get very erratic and very reckless at times. 6 for 13, shot 3 for 5 from 3. And then the last night against the Utah Jazz, put up 22 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, only 2 turnovers. Shot 8 for 14 from the field and 2 for 3 from 3. This is the Russell Westbrook that we wanted to see when he got to the LA Lakers. We know that he still has it. Russell Westbrook still has it. He might not be the MVP that he once was with the OKC Thunder, but he still has game left in him. But with him playing this good, I think he's still locked in as that 6th man. I mean, even yesterday without LeBron playing, he came off the bench, and it's interesting because, like I said earlier, they're not subbing out LeBron with bringing Russell Westbrook, so he's basically the 6th man, but I guess it's just changing up his mentality. He has less pressure on him because he's still playing primarily with the same guys. In the first game, he ended up getting subbed in. He subbed in for Troy Brown Jr., so he was still playing with AD and LeBron and everybody else. And then the second game when he got subbed in, Russell Westbrook got subbed in for Lonnie Walker, and they subbed out AD and Pat Bev, which is pretty interesting. But in the third game, they subbed him out for Troy Brown, so we're still playing, like I said earlier, with LeBron and AD. So I guess maybe it's just like a momentum boost. Maybe it's less pressure on him, but he's still playing for the most part with LeBron and AD when he enters the game. So I just don't really understand it. Maybe it's just, like I said, maybe like a take the pressure off of him, making him feel less. I don't know. Then in the Jazz game, he entered for Lonnie Walker. And then in the Cavs game, Russell Westbrook entered for Kendrick Nunn. And then last night he entered the game with no LeBron James for Wenyen Gabriel. So I don't really get what Darvin Ham is trying to do with Russell Westbrook off the bench. He's playing well off the bench. I obviously would not change that up, but to play him off the bench and so basically play him with LeBron and AD, who last season he showed that he really could not be at his best with, is definitely pretty interesting. But hey, shout out to Russell Westbrook. He's definitely been doing this thing, and he's absolutely flourishing at this 6-man. Hope he keeps it up. And for the most part, for now, it's definitely helping the Lakers. They ended up getting 2 wins recently after they started off like 0-5, I believe. So hey, shout out to them. And also, I forgot to mention, there was one game against the Pelicans in overtime off that was that Matt Ryan game time 3 at the end of the game, after Dyson Daniels missed back-to-back free throws. Even though he literally could have hit one and the game would have been over. Basically would have been a 4-point game with less than like 2 seconds left to go. Matt Ryan ends up hitting that shot. He ends up going to the bench. And coming into overtime, Russell Westbrook does not start in overtime. He does not get a single minute or a single second in overtime. So they're really just locking him into the 6-man role for the most part. I mean, obviously, that was just one case. But for him to not even play a single second in overtime and have, I believe it was Lonnie Walker, and I believe also it was Patrick Beverly in overtime against the Pelicans, and end up winning that game. But still, a $47 million a year guy not getting a single second in overtime. In the end of the day, I guess he's a team player, and the team ended up winning the game, so I guess that was good for him. Yeah, there's absolutely no coincidence how his point total goes up by 9 points. His efficiency has literally been going through the roof, and his 3-point efficiency as well has also been skyrocketing. So hey, do not change up a single thing, Russell Westbrook. Keep doing your thing, keep flourishing, and hopefully that leads the Lakers to some more success, because they have not been looking good this year whatsoever. But if he's playing like this, they definitely will start looking a lot better as he keeps being efficient and maybe potentially getting that trade value up, or just rocking out this year with the Lakers, as this will probably be his last year with the Lakers, if not traded away somewhere near the trade deadline for some shooters, because this team desperately needs shooters, because as right now their only shooter really is Matt Ryan. LeBron cannot hit a 3 right now to save his life. Carolina Russell Westbrook to consistently hit threes, maybe not imagine though, but yeah, Russell Westbrook, keep killing it, man, keep killing it. But other than that, yo, that is the video. Make sure to go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up, make sure to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. It's your boy John. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.